All right, good afternoon, Mr. EQ. I'm so happy that you're able to share with us today. So, earlier today we were having a conversation and we're just talking about just your progress, and you were sharing with me some good news. What was that good news?
Well, I've been in the program for 4 months now, since November
Okay.
2017, and really the great news is I'm diabetes free and I have my blood pressure completely under control, and I've lost about 34 pounds within that time frame, which is amazing considering that I weighed, um, 230 pounds. My blood sugar was at about 140 something, um, and my blood pressure was also way up there. So today, you know, 4 months later, my blood sugar is at 86. I took it this morning. I have it on my tracking sheet here. You can see here, you know,
It
86.
says 86. We're not making it up.
Yeah.
We're not making it up.
So you see the tracker that I have? Yeah, so 86. The day before was 98. The day before yesterday was 87. So so I went from 140 to being at 86, and blood pressure also is, I just took it right now, is 117 over 73. Absolutely phenomenal. When I know it was 150, 160, over an 85, 87. It was crazy. So yeah, so I'm really pleased that I joined this program, um, and it's just a complete success all the way. And I just make sure I follow the diet, the program that I signed up for, and really, it's working to the T.
Now you're sharing with me. You said something that was very key. When you started on the program, the numbers were coming down, but you were seeing that the trend was still higher than you wanted it to be.
Right.
And there was one thing in particular that you said that you cut out.
Right.
And now your beverage of choice is water. What was that you cut out?
Right. So um, I follow the program absolutely, but at some point we kind of hit a plateau, as far as the sugar level, going down. The sugar level was steady in the 120, 115, 117 zone, 120, 115, 117 zone for about a month, for about 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. And so Dr. Watkins wanted me to take it down further, and so I was, keep doing the same thing. I was prescribed on the program, but it wasn't going further down. So I kind of we kind of hit the bottom there, and so I suggested to doc to say you know to cut on my intake of sugar, fruits, beverages, and all these things that are part of the program. So because my daily routines does not require me to burn a lot of calorie, because I sit in my office. I'm a consultant, business consultant, business valuation expert. So I work most of the time on the computer, seated down, with two computers and talking on the phone. So, I don't burn a lot of calories, and so the level of intake of sugar that I was taking following the program was a little bit um, higher than the level I was burning. So I suggested to doc that I reduce that intake, so cut more on fruits and drink more water, more water, more water. And so since I started doing that for the past couple of weeks, it's been phenomenal. My sugar was stagnated in 120. It's now in the 90, 86, 87 level. So it's come down very, very significantly. And that's where we want to be. We want to be at that level, because that's the green zone, the healthy zone.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you said it at the beginning, and I mean, I know some may watch and not think that it's possible. They may have seen a lot of different gimmicks out there, but 4 months in, you are diabetes free.
Definitely.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We do hope that this motivates someone to know that you just have to get started. And just to give them a little bit of background, if they don't know, 4 months ago, you already said at the beginning what your weight and what your your vital numbers were. But what were some of the things that you did to get started? Doc, what did he do first for you? What changes did you have to make?
Right. First, I started with fasting.
Okay.
I started with a 14-day fasting, and that fasting was really to jolt my body to kind of get the body ready for some serious treatment. And so fasting for 14 days, exercising every day for an hour to an hour and a half, and fasting, that really changed. And following also the cleansing program, there was also some cleansing, um, you know, herbs that I was taking at the same time. I lost about 30 pounds during that time frame for 14 days. And so it's been so for the past, after that, then I started the diet program, which is a rice diet that I follow, specific rice diet with some specific things that I have to put in there, and eating at specific times, keep exercising an hour to an hour and a half. That exercise is key because that's really, where the magic lies. Eating right, exercising. That's and it becomes a routine. So if I don't exercise it one day, I feel bad. I feel like I haven't run for a week. So my body becomes heavy. So my body is used to that. So by doing that now, I went from 230, which was my weight at the beginning, to now I'm 196 today. Yeah, that's what I was. And the blood pressure went from the 160 over 80 something to being at 117 over 73, which is excellent. And the sugar, that's the best of all. It went from 140 something to 86 to the 80s now. So definitely.
Well, I mean, we're not going to take the credit. The Lord be praised. I'm just so happy that you've been in compliance with the program. You've been faithful. How has your family and friends liked the new you?
Oh, they love it. They see me that, man, you lost so much weight, you're healthy, you feel. I say, you guys don't know what I'm doing, but okay, I would recommend Dr. Watkins to anyone, absolutely. So, yeah, so it's and this is something that I was doubtful about when I first heard about it. I heard him talk on the radio about getting rid of diabetes. I was like, is this guy serious? So let me check him out. And so I, you know, went down there to the Watkins Institute and I asked him one question. I looked him in the eye and said, are you sure you can get rid of this diabetes? That's the only question that I asked, Doctor. And he said, yes, yes, and yes.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right.